Here we go, gang. It is a Saturday night. Thanks for tuning in. Carson Meredith with you here in the Wave Weather Now studios. Thanks for stopping by on this chilly Saturday. Man, oh man. Supposed to be the first weekend of spring. Sure doesn't feel like it at all. We struggled to get into the low 50s today. Yeah, 51. That was our high, at least here in the city. And it looks like we might have a little warm up to talk about a week from now. But we've got some other things to discuss until then. So if you have any comments, let me know. We're going to talk about a hard freeze tonight and look ahead to Tuesday, which features a lot of rain and also more wind. You thought it was windy today? Just wait until we get towards Tuesday. So let's get to it, shall we? We'll jump right in. Let's take you live to New Albany. I've been watching these flags all day, hoping at some point that the wind would subside, but that, my friends, has not been the case at all. We had some gusts closer to 30 miles per hour here in Louisville today, and the problem was, as you know, the wind was out of the north, so that kept the wind chill around. Yeah, we technically hit 51, but it felt more like the 40s instead. So our current temperature here right now in Louisville is 50 on the dot. Look at that wind. It's still going. It has subsided maybe a tiny bit, but it's still out of the north and east around 10. Like we bet you, we had some gusts around 30 earlier today. So we're still going to have a little chill in the air as the night goes on. Kentucky Mesonet cameras showing a sunny picture. Hey, at least we had the sunshine. It wasn't a cold, windy, and rainy day. We might have two of those as we get towards Tuesday. We'll talk about that in a second. Most of us are in the 40s, though. Louisville still got that heat island around 50. Most of us are going to be dropping into the mid to upper 40s over the next few hours. Here's the wind gust right now. Not as bad as it was earlier today, but we still got 20 mile per hour gusts down in Bardstown this evening, 15 miles per hour in Salem, 17 in Jeff, 16 in Madison. And I do expect this wind to keep dropping just a little bit overnight tonight, which will set the stage for that hard freeze potential overnight tonight. There's the wide view across the region. Had a good bit of sunshine like we talked about. We're watching this little guy up in Iowa and Missouri, not for the precipitation. We're not going to see any rain or snow, nothing like that. But that system and some of the leftover clouds with it are going to be scooting into our neck of the woods overnight and early Sunday. So it'll be more of that mix of sun and clouds again tomorrow. But still a much better day to be outside than what we saw today. We'll keep the sun and we'll be about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow, actually. But for tonight, we've got those lows near 30 here in Louisville. Everybody else will be in the upper 20s. Now, the key is going to be how quickly that wind relaxes overnight tonight, okay? Here's our frost and freeze potential, and we'd mentioned this at our 6 o'clock newscast. Areas north and east of Louisville in that dark purple zone has the best chance to see a hard freeze where those temperatures get closer to 28. And that's when that hard freeze could start damaging plants or vegetation and things like that. So if you're at Seymour, Salem, North Vernon, Scottsburg, Madison, Carrollton, Eminent, Shelbyville, Lebanon, I'd even say Bardstown and Frankfort, you guys have the better chance to see an actual hard freeze. Now, again, we'll all drop below freezing, but it's that zone in particular where we'll have to watch for that potential for some issues with our plants. We're still technically not in the growing season. We're getting closer and closer, so there's technically no frost advisories or freeze warnings or anything like that. But still take care of those plants tonight. You know the drill. We've had plenty of these nights already. Cover them up. If you can move them inside, do that. Otherwise, just cover them up and it should be good to go. Tomorrow, we're heading for the upper 50s, 59. There will still be a breeze around tomorrow, but it's not nearly going to be as blustery as what we saw today. Still around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but that's, I don't know about you all, but I think that's quite a bit more manageable than what we dealt with earlier today. Now, you will notice the clouds filtering in tomorrow. It'll be a mostly sunny start, but those clouds will slowly build in as the day goes on. I like to call it filtered sunshine. You get some of those thin, wispy cirrus clouds streaming in. Kind of gives it that milky look in the sky. That's what we'll have in all likelihood tomorrow, but it'll be dry and it will be a decent bit warmer. So that's why we've been saying that Sunday is definitely the pick of the weekend. So we just wanted to talk about that before we move to the big show. That is Tuesday, my friends. We've got rain and a good bit of it on the way. And we have that wind to contend with as well. This is a pretty potent system. Odds are you're going to hear about it a lot over the next few days, not necessarily for the rain side of it, but for the snow up in the plains towards Minnesota, the Dakotas, Nebraska. They could see a decent little late season snow with this system on Monday. For us, it'll be the rain and wind that we have to deal with on Tuesday. Now, the higher resolution models are just now starting to get in range for this Tuesday setup, okay? So this is the first update from those high-res models that came down earlier this afternoon. Note the time, this is 11 o'clock Monday night. And by the way, Monday during the day looks dry. It'll be cloudy, but it's looking dry. It's late Monday night when this mess starts to move in to our western counties, right around the time that Kevin Harden is coming on the air for the 11 o'clock show on Monday night. As the night goes on, that rain keeps on pushing through. And you notice those yellows and oranges. We're going to have some pockets of moderate to at times heavy rainfall Monday night, early Tuesday morning. Could there be a few rumbles of thunder with this first batch? Yes. Will there be severe weather? No. Take comfort in that. Don't have to worry about any overnight severe weather this go around like we've had I guess it was 2 weeks ago now, or a little over a week ago. So this is 2 o'clock Tuesday morning. And the one thing I am encouraged a little bit by is this initial wave of rain is actually moving through wave country quicker. What does that mean? Well, that means that we don't have to worry about as much rain for the Tuesday morning drive, should this trend continue. You notice by 6 or 7 a.m., most of the rain has gone to our east. But you also notice as the day goes on, two things. First of all, we're all dry. We are all totally dry once that first batch moves out near sunrise Tuesday. But that also means that you've got a strong southerly wind still coming into play. The cold front is still to our west. Maybe a few breaks in the clouds, and that's going to push our temperatures easily into the mid 60s, even after the rainy start. If we do indeed get this dry slot Tuesday morning, early afternoon, around lunchtime, we are going to have to watch this cold front as it pushes in from the west. Models aren't in range, or the high-res models aren't in that range just yet. But if you get enough atmosphere recovery, a little more fuel in the atmosphere, there's going to be a ton of wind. We've already mentioned that. We'll have to see if a little line of storms tries to develop right along the front itself. So the stuff on Tuesday morning is ahead of the front, okay? Then we get a break. But if we get a too long of a break, there'll be another line of storms that develops right as that front is sweeping through. That may mean a few thunderstorms, perhaps one or two strong. Shouldn't be a big deal, but it's the Ohio Valley in the spring. You never know. So we're going to keep a close eye on that for Tuesday afternoon in particular. Rain Tuesday morning, maybe a couple more storms developing Tuesday afternoon. How about the wind? Well, it doesn't matter if it's raining or storming on Tuesday. It is going to be windy, rocking and rolling, howling. 2 o'clock Tuesday morning as that first batch of rain is moving in, seeing those gusts, that purple zone around 35 miles per hour, maybe close to 40 in a few spots here and there. That's close to wind advisory criteria. That's 40 mile per hour wind gust. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. As that first round of rain moves through, it's still windy. We've still got those gusts in the 40 mile per hour range. So I would not be surprised if we get a wind advisory for late Monday night into Tuesday. That means bring the trash cans inside. All right. Try to anchor them down. Don't want them flying down the street. That also means backing the cars up a little bit in the driveway so that they're not under a tree, just in case the ground's a little soft. You never know. But we'll keep those gusts around 40 miles per hour all day Tuesday, and even Tuesday night as that cold front is pushing through. It could be a similar setup to what we saw today, where on the backside of the front, you got a wind coming out of the north and northwest that's very, very gusty and making it feel cooler. That's definitely on the table Tuesday evening. Tuesday's windy all day. It'll be rainy to start, maybe a few storms in the afternoon. See what questions we have. Everybody's kind of quiet tonight. You guys still watching the basketball? We won't talk about what happened to UK. Ashley said the reds and oranges always make me worry, even though I know 9 times out of 10 it's heavy, heavy rain. And that's exactly what it is this time, Ashley. No need to stress. With that Tuesday morning round, we'll watch Tuesday afternoon, but even then, it's just 1 or 2 strong storms Tuesday afternoon. That's it. Heather says, any tornado chance on Tuesday? Not expecting any right now. Well, never mind. You just answered. That's okay. I'll answer it again, Heather. Why not? We're not too worried about tornadoes this time. If we do see any strong storms, it's probably going to be for wind, just regular wind, because you just saw it's going to be very windy as it is. If you get some of those winds in the higher levels of the sky mixing down towards the ground, maybe a rogue severe thunderstorm, but this is not going to be a big deal on Tuesday. Okay. It's not going to be a big deal at all, but it's just something that we will keep a close eye on as we go through the next 48 hours or so. Let's talk about Easter for a minute. You notice leading up to Easter, it's quieter. 55 Wednesday, 60 Thursday, 66 Friday. Look at Saturday. Holy moly, 70. Haven't seen that in a while, have we? But you also notice those small chances for showers. There's still going to be a low pressure somewhere in this part of the world next weekend. Where exactly that low goes and how much moisture it has with it will decide our rain chances for Easter weekend. We don't have enough confidence at this point to tell you that it's going to be a washout. We don't have enough confidence to say it's going to be totally dry. That's why the rain chances are at 20% right now. As the week goes on, we'll keep fine-tuning those rain chances. I don't expect Easter to be a washout right now, but that can still change. What I do expect is it will be very mild. You know, these late March Easters, it always seems like they're cold. That does not appear to be the case this year. Upper 60s to low 70s for Good Friday, Saturday, and into Easter Sunday as well. We'll keep an eye on it. Once we get past Easter, the pattern may look a little more stormy as we kick off April. Beyond that, we really can't get into specifics of that. So low shower chances for Easter weekend. And as we get closer, we'll be able to fine-tune those details just a little bit more for you. But the big focus is to get past all this rain and wind that we have on the way for Tuesday. Everybody good? Not seeing a whole lot of comments. Everybody's quiet tonight. Go enjoy this evening. Yes, it's cold, but it's dry, and that's all that matters. And we will call it a night. If you have any questions as the evening goes on, maybe you watch this video delayed, just let me know, and I will answer those questions for you as best I can. We will be back on TV tonight at 11 to talk about more of that rain on Tuesday, how much rain we could see, and then we'll be back here on Wave Weather Now tomorrow night with an update of that mess on Tuesday. That's going to do it, folks. I'll leave you with the 10-day earliest alert. Take care of yourselves, get a good night's rest, and enjoy that quiet weather on Sunday. Talk soon. Have a good one.